your company here on ESPN. We are giving you all the live non-stop action from the Guinness World Series of Pool 2012. Today is the third and final day, and really the competition is top-notch. We've come into the second match of the day from this round of 16. We see a Finnish player take on, quite literally, another player from Indonesia. It's the Iceman on table one today, Mika, who's had a best rack time to date of 47 seconds. His best 5 rack time was 5 minutes and 5 seconds. That was virtue, or came rather, from day one. Over on table two, our Indonesian Muhammad Andre, who's actually coached by another Indonesian here with the fastest rack, Cherry Suliawan. His best rack time was 54 seconds for Andre. Best rack time after all 5 racks was 5 minutes and 54 seconds. So if I could please have the Iceman to take your position at table number 1, please, and Andre, table number 2. You know the drill by now. You've done this plenty of times. We're looking at 5 racks to determine who will move on into the tournament, working their way towards that final grand prize of $41,500. When you're ready, gentlemen, on the count of 3. 3, 2, 1, go.
Well, you don't get the nickname Iceman if you get hot and bothered. And as you can see there, he's just strolling around the table at the moment. He will want to make balls, and he will want to ensure that he doesn't miss. Willie Bob? Yes, the spread isn't ideal. There are balls all over the place, but Mika likes this format. He says if he gets into a groove, he's a threat to win, and Mika's done very well to sweep the 7 ball away from the 1 ball. That's loosened things up considerably, and you can't see him tripping up from here. Andre rushing round the table. He's looking in good shape as well. The balls are placed well for him as he takes the 6 in the corner. That's a good putt, and he's left himself nicely on the 9. The Iceman delivers with the 4. It's going to be the 7 next. Just comes down for the 1. Andre will take the 3 in the bottom bag. Oh, and he misses it. That's the big thing. And the crowd give it away that he has missed that, and he's decided to take a push. So Andre is going to get 2 penalties in this rack as Immonen posts a 56 first up. That's a good start from him, as Andre's happy with the pot there into the middle bag, but the 2 fouls have cost him dearly. 127 for his first rack. Looks like Immonen is, you know, kind of taking it somewhat in a relaxed fashion, not rushing too much, making sure the ball's going down. Perhaps he knows that his opponent is going to make mistakes, and so if he's going to try and play at the same pace as him, he might make his own mistakes. He's better off just making sure the ball's going down. Well, rack 2 yesterday for the Iceman. He had 4 fouls, which is his worst to date. He only had 4 fouls in the second session and only 2 in the first, so he realizes and knows that it's about potting balls and ensuring that you put that 10 ball down without any fouls. And this is where the amateur players, or even the younger professionals, and particularly the inexperience of Andre, will count here, because they'll try to force shots and force issues that aren't there, which causes them to have 10-second penalties, whereas Mika Immonen will just take his time and pot his balls. You saw the Immonen chalking up his cue. Of course, you usually don't have the time to chalk up between shots. Ideally, you're supposed to chalk up before every shot, but not here in speed pool. Immonen breaking a bit hard. Oh, he made a ball. He's going to like that, but issues there with the 2 and the 5. Meanwhile, decent spread of balls here for Andre. He's going to like this. Andre could run out from here. He's about 30 seconds down so far. Immonen does ever so well to take the 1 into the middle, but he's got to wait for that cue ball to come back round and stop. And that's the coolness, where he takes a step back and has a look at the whole table. Andre rushing round, takes the 4 into the middle, and again, moving that cue ball too far, and it takes too long to stop. It can be a problem for these players in speed pool. A nice fight from Immonen down the bottom rail. Andre looking in good shape here. Take the 1, 3, 8, 10. Both players have played perfect, matching each other stride for stride in this rack. And literally stroke for stroke, and you can hear the cheers from the local crowd. They are behind Andre, and there you go. A little stop shot from Andre means that he takes that rack with 56 seconds and no fouls, and just 1 second behind Immonen with 57. Looks as though he wants to post 5 sub-minute racks here, Bob. Yeah, you know, if only they were playing kind of like match play in golf, you know, where the winner of each rack
wins a point, then Andre would be in good shape. But unfortunately, they're tallying up the minutes from each rack, and so still a bit of a mountain to climb for Mohamed Andre, but he played a flawless rack of speed pool here. And remember, Mika had the benefit of a ball going down on the break, which Andre did not have, if I'm not mistaken. So Andre was pretty quick.
That's right. The Iceman, though, having to cut that one ball into the middle meant that the cue ball had to go all the way around the table, and it takes valuable time whilst that cue ball is rolling. You are allowed to hit a ball, an object ball, while other object balls are moving, as long as it's not the one that you want to hit. But you must wait for the cue ball to stop before you can approach and hit that shot. So into rack 3, 30 seconds behind at the moment, Andre. So pressure still there for both players. Immonen will want to put down a flawless rack, and he's gone a little bit softer with that break on that occasion, and has got a very, very nice spread, as has Andre.
Immonen, cue ball has landed a bit strange for him, and he's got to buckle down on this shot on the 1. That's no good. So a 10-second penalty for him.
And that's going to give Andre a real boost as he takes the 1, and he's looking to take the 7 in the bottom corner. It does ever so well, comes back round. He's got the 8, the 5, or the 2 to go for there, giving himself plenty of options. Oh, but he's missed the 2, and that was easier.
And you just miss shots in speed pool that you ordinarily would never miss, and that shut down the lower left pocket for some of those balls.
Well, Immonen's in a little bit of problems here and a bit of trouble.
He's taking a push, yeah.
He's had to take a push because he was tucked right up next to that 6 ball. Nails the 9, so he's got another penalty in this rack, as Andre looks as though he could pull back a little bit of time here if he's conscious and steady with his final 2 pots, which he is. And that's going to just cut the lead that Immonen has, and he's missed the 10. Oh my goodness, there's the pressure that we spoke about. Immonen nails it for 126 with 2 fouls, and eventually Andre makes it 135, but it's just hurt him, the fact that he missed that 10 ball with his final shot. He could really have clawed time back.
Handy little cushion now for Mika Immonen. He had to take a penalty there to move the ball away from the 6, but still not yet over 2 racks to go for, you know, if Andre can make up some ground in this 4th rack, we could have a very thrilling 5th rack.
Just needs to have a rack like he did on the 2nd and hope that Immonen misses the odd shot here and there. That was the one. It looks so easy, but the pressure that these players are under, particularly the amateurs, but that 10 ball was what really did it for him. And you can see there, Mika Immonen just walking away and knowing that he got out of jail on that occasion. It was Andre that made his own mistakes, and that is what has cost him time more than anything. 39 seconds ahead. Mika Immonen. 2 racks left. This rack number 4, match number 2. We've already seen Carboys go through.
3, 2,
Who will be the next one?
Go.
Wow, Mika is really spreading the balls a bit more than Boys was.
He's missed the 2 as well. That's a big miss from him.
Yeah, and the 3 and the 7 are not in a good shape. Ferdy has missed an 8 ball, but he's got a better spread of balls.
Well, a nice angle from him to clear one of those balls. He takes the 7 down the rail. Nicely positioned for Andre in the middle. Immonen now caught in 2 minds to take the 2 or the 9, so elects to take the 2, come back to where he was pretty much. Both missed 1 ball so far in this rack. That's a nice pocket there from Andre. Immonen with the 9 in the middle, sinks it. Andre sinks the 3. They've both got the 10, and they're going to be even Stevens on this one as well. Immonen rolls it in. Andre keeps his head this time. 112 for Immonen, 116 for Andre.
And the 2 players, you know, trading baskets as it were there. Mohamed Andre unable to make up any ground, and Andre needs Immonen to make lots of mistakes here in this 5th rack if Andre's going to have a chance. He's down by 43 seconds.
Well, Immonen was up by 14 seconds at this stage of the competition yesterday. Had a bit of a sluggish and slow start for him, his second rack, but seems to be coming through this one and knows that if he can break and pot all the balls without fouling, he will have a sub-minute, which will be enough to see him go through. That's the kind of thing that we're looking at now, isn't it, Bob? Because when it gets down to this stage, one mistake, two mistakes can be very costly. But if you play steady and sensibly, that we've seen Carl Boyce do, and we're now seeing Mika Immonen do, they can get through to the next round.
Immonen should have the frame of mind where he just wants to finish at around 120. He does not need to hurry. You know, if Ferdy gets his best round ever, rack ever, maybe he might catch him, but highly unlikely. The fastest round has been 36, so a 120 should be okay, unless Ferdy comes up with that all-world number.
And Andre, actually, his best time is 54.
Andre, yes.
Is 54. So again, you've got to add 20 seconds on top of that. You're spot on the money there. A 115 or 122nd should be enough. And with a miss there from Andre, that could be it, because the balls for Immonen are looking. They're looking nice. He knows he's still skipping around the table. He knows the challenges are going to come a little bit later on when we're in the last 16 and the quarterfinals. So he wants to try and get into a rhythm, and that's what these players are doing. And that's what we saw from Carl Boyce in the first one. We thought he may try a harder rack or a break up for the rack, but he didn't. Elected instead to go for a nice little time, and that seems to be what Mika's doing as well.
Mika wanted to get that one ball as a connector ball to the balls below, but he finished wrong side, and now he is through. Another quarter-finalist is known. It's going to be Mika Immonen.
And the clock is going to stop on 56 seconds. It's a 5:27, 2 seconds quicker than yesterday. And Andre, well, he gave a good account of himself, but the Iceman has produced the goods, and that is the most important thing. And both players on table one have progressed.
Mika Immonen is now going to face Carl Boyce, so those two are in the same side of the bracket.
What a game that is. That will be a little bit later on, and that will be at around 1 o'clock-ish, just after 1 o'clock-ish. That's when we're looking to be starting the quarterfinals. As it is, it's Mika Immonen that marches on, been pretty consistent. When you add up the averages, he is about 5:27, 5:28 for all 4 games that he has played so far. We've got more action coming later, and it is Dennis Akulu of the Philippines taking on a surprise package, Adolf Lunapan. That after this short break.